Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Umamusume. In the last one, we kind of talked about an overview of the new Golshi event, where you got a whole bunch of challenges to do, but a lot of rewards for them. And I was kind of just trying to let you know that there are some specific challenges that you should get started early because they're going to take you a little bit of time. But today we're actually going to be like working on the event. I wanted to start with do your free little summon here. Free summons are back for a limited period of time. There's going to be 7, 1 per day of support cards, and then 9 of the actual pretty derby summons, but that won't start for another few days. But anyways, we're going to start with our free poll here. See if we could get anything. At least it should, if you could pick up like 1 gold or 1 SSR, at least maybe you can make some progress. And also, if you are planning on getting the actual banner things, then it will make you some progress towards the pity. And I do think this will move over to the next banner when it actually releases. So just something to keep in mind. Make sure you're picking the banner that you actually care about, because then you have a chance to get, or a higher chance to get the thing you actually want. But anyways, moving on, we are going to do a gold ship run. I guess we could look at the challenges real quick. The challenges that we are working on today, a lot of this stuff is just going to happen by playing. But the stuff I want to focus on is specifically getting enough fans with gold ship, because this is going to require you, like, if you don't have any fans with gold ship, this is going to take you like 20 runs of gold ship. And you can't use any other character. Like, you can't use your favorite character to get fans for gold ship. You got to use gold ship. So just keep that in mind. And then the other thing that we're going to be working on is we're doing the new Golshi week or Golshi mode here, which is going to make it a little bit harder. It seemed like the one run that I did, the races were maybe a little bit more difficult to win, but it wasn't that noticeable. So anyways, yeah, you got 1.2 million money that you could get from this, so I would recommend just knocking these out as you go. Maybe just do your daily career runs in here. But we're going to double down and try and do 2 challenges at the same time, which is gold ship in the more difficult runs. If you look at gold ship's career, I already looked at it yesterday. All of these are medium to long runs, so that's what you want to be planning for. And then gold ship has bonus to stamina and a little bit to power. So you're probably going to want a lot of speed cards to actually make sure she can get her speed there. And she already has A in long and medium. And you're probably going to be running End Chaser unless you want to buff one of these other ones. So I'm going to use my only 3-star spark here, which is power. Unfortunately, it's not a 9-star spark yet. Still working on it. It hasn't happened yet. You know, I'm always setting myself up to get either a 3-star speed, power, or stamina, but it just hasn't been working out. And then for guests, my favorite thing to do has honestly just almost always been take a guest that has a 9 stamina spark, because it just makes it where I don't have to run nearly as many stamina cards, which has been working for me to a certain degree. I think it's been making it so I don't have like ridiculously high amounts of stamina, but I do have enough stamina to win the career. But for PvP, that's not exactly ideal. And then I think this is the deck I used yesterday. This card is probably not ideal for this, but I don't have a whole lot of options. We filter... Oh, it's already filtered by speed. And I don't really want to level up just like random cards. So I'm kind of just holding off at the moment till I can see if I get more copies of like Aishin Flash and Narita Taishin here, because those could be good speed cards to add to my deck. And I kind of leveled this one up for the first event to get extra progress towards it. So I'm just kind of using this card in the meantime. I could use this one, but it's a little bit lower level. So that's where we're at there, and we're just going to use a maxed out Kitasan Black. And I've also started using this card. It's not ideal. I only leveled it up to 25 because at 25 you get the... Where is it? This right here, the extra recovery, energy recovery when you do a friendship training. And this gets it all the way to 3. And getting, if I leveled it up to 35 right now, it wouldn't actually give me any more of that. So I would try to make use of that, and then hopefully when I pull more cards, I can max out that card and maybe actually level it up then. But anyways, that's where we're at. We're just going to go with this deck. It should be perfectly fine to win. So since the last time we played, some of my strategies have changed very slightly. I keep like going back and forth on how I actually want to do things. In this more difficult mode, I had previously suggested that maybe you could start not spending skill points at all until the end. In this more difficult mode, I would probably just spend your skill points unless you're confident that you're gonna win. Because the races are a little bit harder, so you might actually need the skills. And also for Golshi specifically, because she's running a lot of long races, picking up early stamina skills is pretty valuable as well. So I've kind of gone back to not leveling up mood in the first year at all. I just kind of let it happen normally. Now, I know that Golshi does sometimes like to just like tank her mood. So if that does happen, maybe we need to press Recreation. But ideally, I will not do it. This case is kind of weird. I guess we don't get the energy back from Wit, but I am going to do this just because it has the most people. So as usual, year 1 is just going to be get friendship with as many people as possible. I don't remember. This top one's the one I always pick. Okay, because it gives energy back. That makes sense. That one doesn't come up very often for some reason. So this is kind of tough because Kitasan Black has 2 really good hints, and then the stat hint is not that bad. But it would be nicer to get 2 people up. I think I'm gonna go with this one because the 2 skills that she could give you. Oh, we got the stat one, which is not bad. But the 2 skills that she could give you are like Corner Adept and Corner Recovery. Which Corner Recovery helps you because it's the precursor to Swinging Maestro, so it just makes Swinging Maestro cheaper as well, which is nice. Yep, this seems like an easy pick speed. Okay, so there's the first event of Swinging Maestro. Okay, they're just having me pick speed over and over, but that is fine, because we want to level up the speed thing anyways. We just randomly got the new winning ticket support card, which we obviously don't have in our deck right now. Ooh. That hurts. That's a nice button to click, but at 18%, I think you gotta just rest. And of course, after you see something that amazing, then you're bound to not see stuff nearly as great the next turn, but that's how it goes. You gotta make those tough decisions. Okay, we do get a random mood up before the first race, which is nice. We're just kind of, just everything is pretty much friendship. Here I'm just gonna go ahead and take this 20 energy back, which ends that event, but usually I just use it for the 20 energy anyways. So this friendship training, I feel like is not very valuable. We're probably just trying to get friendship up more before we start pressing that button. And so pretty much our choices here are between these two. I'm just going to go with this one because it has a hint on it. Plus, I really would like to get Die with Scarlet to orange as soon as possible so we could start doing the friendship wit trainings. Okay, here's just a normal wit that's going to give us 2 people's friendships. This one's tough because you do want to try and get some friendship up with the director, but you only need it for year 3. So I think we could pass on that because it'd be better to just level up the speed facility. Which did you lose? Pretty sure the 7G smartphone gives you speed, right? Yeah. Okay. So we should be good for this race. Goldchip's a little bit weird because she's an end chaser. But because of who I picked, and she has B in pace anyway, so I would probably just click pace whether or not you got to A. But I would go pace for this just to make it easier for you to win this first race. And she did not win. Of course not. She wasn't even very far behind. That's annoying. So that's really bad. That's a terrible start. Because now we gotta make up for that, right? We're gonna need to win a race and get 700 more fans, which I think should just happen if we win a race. So we're kind of looking for how many... We got 11 turns. We're looking for a turn where there's not a good training. So ideally, we still prioritize training. There's a second of Swinging Maestro. Like this turn. There's nothing good. So I think we try to race. Unfortunately, there's not a single race that we can actually do. So I guess we're resting. That sucks. Is this good enough? I mean, we might need to be careful here because it doesn't seem like they're giving us any races that Goldship can actually do. Okay, here's one that she can actually do. Okay, and then it starts giving you a medium one every single day. So it's just the first few turns where there's nothing. So we don't necessarily have to race on the one that I scheduled. I just wanted to check. Okay, so now we're at max mood. It's probably got to be the speed one. It's friendship plus 2 people plus a hint. Ramp up's great, especially for a gold ship. So I'm going to cancel that scheduled race. And yeah, this button is way too good not to press, I think. It's the same thing except without the hint this time. Obviously, you eat your vegetables. So this turn is a little bit awkward. This is not bad either. How many turns do we have? We have 6 turns. I think we just win or we race right now because how this run could possibly fail if we wait till the last second, then we can't actually win. Okay, so we picked up our win. It wasn't even close. That's the annoying part. Why'd she have to lose the first time? Did we get 500 extra fans, right? Yeah. But we also lost some energy. So this one specifically, I have kind of changed over to using the other button. What exactly... Because one of them gives you Lone Wolf, but a mood down. The other one gives you speed and skill points and level-headed, which I don't use level-headed. But I've kind of been back and forth on which one to actually go here. For the longest time, I was always taking Lone Wolf. But now I'm kind of realizing that, especially for PvP, if you do this on every character you make, then you're just turning your own Lone Wolf off. So you probably want to not do quite as many Lone Wolves. You really only want one Lone Wolf on your team, because in that case, if the enemy is using Lone Wolf, then both of them are turned off, right? And then you even the playing field in that way. But if the enemy is not using it, then yours actually works. So I've kind of started pressing this button more often. What are we missing out on? That kind of sucks to miss that, but we gotta rest, so. Killer Appetite is the one that gives a whole bunch of energy, right? So yeah, we always gamble. Oh, and we got slow metabolism. So that's terrible news. We can't train speed at all right now. I feel like we just gotta fix it. This run is going terribly. It seems like everything's going wrong. Okay, at least we fixed it. And everything's going wrong, like, at terrible times, too, right? Like, we had full energy there. So even going to the infirmary didn't give us any energy back. And then this kind of sucks, because we don't get the energy out of that one. Everything's going wrong at the moment. So we'll see if we can pull this run back. I really think that we just want to be prioritizing speed most of the time. And then this gives you speed as well. I kind of don't like this event just because all of the options cost energy, but it is what it is, I suppose. So here it's either Twin Turbo gets Friendship or Special Week gets Friendship. I guess we'll take Special Week getting Friendship for no energy cost. Okay, we got the training restricted. Which one did she restrict? Everything except for speed. That's actually fine in this case, huh? Actually turned out pretty well for us. Can you see? Oh, you can't even see the other ones. But yeah, this is the biggest speed we've had. I probably would have picked this anyways. But it does have on top of it the Director and the Super Creek. Oh, and we get up to level 3. This one I always go, let's look together. And we get Charming. Could have been earlier, but it's still going to be useful for us. So now we do actually... Last time I did not win this race very... I think I got like 3rd or something. So I think maybe we want to actually grab a skill here. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot that's great. This is going to be good, but I don't know if it's going to be good in these early races where people are kind of slow, because Goldship likes to start passing people before late race. So sometimes this doesn't actually work on her, but it will once the racers get better, then it'll matter more. So I think we're going to grab a ramp up, because she's going to pass someone probably mid-race at some point, especially with her ultimate that makes her like start speeding up mid-race. Makes it pretty likely that she'll proc both of those. Now, I don't really want to keep running Pace Chaser. I think I'm going to switch to End Closer now. Okay, that's terrible news. So it wasn't even close. So this is the tough part about running end closers and running gold ship, right? Sometimes she just chooses to lose. Now we're in a bad spot because we did so poorly in that race. We don't have anywhere... We don't have enough fans. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Turns out the difference between 3rd and 5th isn't that much, but the difference between 3rd and 1st is a lot. We want to take this one for energy. So we're gonna need to find a race to run. That's not bad, but... Okay, we do have one that we could run. And you did see that there's a challenge to run G3 races. So we're probably just gonna do that one. But you can see that this run is going, like, terribly, right? We've had to waste so many turns on extra races. We had to go to the infirmary already. We wasted energy. Just everything is going wrong. And she didn't even get first. Hopefully that's enough fans, though. It should be. Yes, it is. Okay. This is, like... not good at all. Well, you didn't get first, so I go with that option. Alright, that first pick is pretty good. Does it get dye with Scarlet to orange with Charming? No, I guess not. Charming's not quite enough. Ooh, yeah, you gotta go Wit here. Because that'll get dye with Scarlet to orange. So now we have the Dye with Scarlet friendship trainings, which give 8 energy back instead of the 5. So it's almost double value, right? Unfortunately here, it's not combined with anyone else who needs friendship, so it's not the greatest in the world. But I think it's still good enough to press. Because Gold Chip is really low on wit. So she needs to get as much as possible. Here we just click speed, get Sweep Tosho to orange, and work on Super Creek a little bit more. Extra training. I heard something that extra training might be not as bad as I was making it out to be, but I haven't confirmed that yet. So I've still been taking the 5 energy back. I need to figure out if this actually is beneficial or not. What do we got? That's an interesting one. A whole bunch of people who are already at orange with a hint. Or this. I feel like I gotta go here. It's not great, but we don't spend energy for it. We get some wit, we get a good amount of speed because it was a lot of speed characters. And then the good thing about the inspirations is they're always going to give us a bunch of stamina. And we got corner recovery hint out of it. So it didn't quite max out that skill, but we might grab it. I also might just grab corner recovery right now. What kind of race are we running? A medium? Let's see what they say about our stats. Say our stats are pretty good. But as I said, with this a little bit harder event, I would probably just be on the safer side and grab skills. This one's almost maxed out on the hint level, so I think I'm going to grab it anyways. And we're already 2/3 of the way to Swinging Maestro, so I'm hoping that we'll see Swinging Maestro pretty soon. Alright, we actually got a first place. We do need to watch out. We need to make sure we're actually getting to 70,000 fans by the end of this year. Which, as if we win this Arima Keenan, it's not a problem. But last time I did not win this Arima Keenan. And this one's not worth very many fans. Okay, here's the Swinging Maestro. Obviously, we do not have enough skill points for it yet, but... This is a terrible training turn, huh? I'm very tempted to just rest here. It's not an ideal rest, but I think it's good enough. Oh, of course she got well rested on the turn where we did not need it at all. Okay, we are probably just gonna go with this. I do not know this event. Okay, we didn't have to make any choices. Alright, so we'll probably go die with Scarlet here because there's nothing... Like, I don't want to click Guts anymore. So I think it's just die with Scarlet for the hint plus 8 energy back. What's the hint? Up tempo. I don't actually know what that one is. Okay, now we're talking about summer camp. Also, the good thing about Die with Scarlet is she makes summer camp better as well. Because if she has any friendship trainings during that, it's just extra energy back. And obviously in summer camp, you don't want to be resting if at all possible. Okay, this is not going to work for Gold Chip at all, so I wouldn't worry about that. How are we going to do this? We got 2 turns until summer camp. I'm thinking I might just double wit. The problem is right now we're committing, right? So I either grab this not so great speed and then I rest next turn, or if I press this wit button, I'm pretty much locking in that I need to press wit next turn as well. Unless there's something amazing. I think this is the better choice because if there is something amazing, then I could press it. And actually wit is the one of the worst buttons here, but we're gonna press it anyways because there's nothing amazing. It would have been nice to see Die with Scarlet here for this turn, just so we could get pretty much to max. And obviously Die with Scarlet's here the turn we don't need it. Do I press this Guts? I think it gets Super Creek to orange. And it's actually a decent amount of stats and everything. And obviously during summer camp we can't level up the facilities. So it's not like we're wasting a facility level up on Guts. We just are getting a lot of Guts that we don't necessarily need. I think we press this. Alright, can we get something better? Wow, somehow Super Creek was not orange, but she will be after this. Okay, now we're really looking for a wit. Oh my gosh, of course the best speed training would be right now. I'd say this run is going extremely poorly. Every choice has been bad. I don't even want to wit here because there's no good reason to wit. Because it doesn't really give me enough energy back, so I'm actually just going to rest. We're just getting really unlucky. And watch, next turn is going to be like nothing, so we rested for nothing. Smash watermelons together to get your power up. Okay, well, at least I was wrong about that. Now, it would be nice to get 28 stamina, because the only place we're getting stamina from is Super Creek, but I think we need to do this one. So yeah, this run is going very poorly. But our goal is pretty much just to win the run. It's not necessarily to create the greatest gold ship ever. The only thing you want to do is Guts, huh? Well, that's not gonna happen. What can I do instead? I'm very tempted to just run a race. Or rest. haven't run that G3 race before, so that's what... Oh, I haven't run that one either, but might as well run the one that has more fans associated with it. So yeah, I mean, another bad situation, but we're gonna try and make the most of it. And since it's gonna force us to play it, we'll watch it. While Gold Ship's running, I'll go fill up my water. And then we can kind of figure out like how she's doing. So I will be right back.
芝2000新潟記念14人の馬娘たちが挑みます。3番人気はこの子です。松金福来たる。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子。ウイニングチケット。スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って。皐月賞馬娘ゴールドシップ1番人気です。気合十分いい顔してますね。ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。
Alrighty, I am back, and it looks like we just started the race. So let's see how her skills are actually, like, if they're activating how we want them to, and if it's effective or not. I still don't really know how that Uma-stan ability works. Obviously we don't have it at the moment. Okay, she just randomly used Rampa. But I was trying to figure out if that was a situation where it would go off or not. I don't know what the qualifications are for it. So I guess the big thing we want to know is behold thine emperor's divine might. It should go off here. She needs to pass. Oh, okay, never mind. I was off by one. But yeah, she should be able to pull it off with all that speed. She's quite a bit ahead, it just doesn't look like it from this angle. And maybe not. She's getting further ahead, though. She's only like 5 lengths ahead. Oh, I was 6. Alright, so she won, so I'm going to pick that and hope we only lose 5 energy, but we lost 20. Of course we did. We're kind of getting to the point where we need to get the friendship with the director up. But this is not ideal. Because there's not a whole lot of people here, and it's going to put our energy really low. I kind of want to rest, actually. Because this turn sucks. I think I'm going to rest. It feels like every single... Oh, and she gets a migraine? Okay, at least it didn't stick. It seems like every single decision I'm making in this run, it, like, hurts. Like, none of them are good. So I gotta click Guts if I want the director's friendship. That's not gonna happen. So we're pressing this button here. Okay, she gave us stamina, which is fine. I'll take my energy back. I don't even know what this card is. Just a random Nishino flower card. It might be a Seiyun Sky card. I don't know. I've never even seen that card before. Okay, what are we running? We're running the Kikuka show. It's a long race. Well, we can't afford swinging Maestro, so I guess that makes our decision for us. We're just getting into it. We're literally 1 point off. I don't know what's wrong with my Ethernet cable. I think it's the Ethernet cable that's having issues. It's messing up the stream, but I don't think it's messing up the recording at all. Well, let's go ahead and run this race then. Well, I don't think that was one of the races that we needed to specifically win. It's this race that we have to specifically win, the Takarazuka Keenan. Takarazuka Keenan, that one. We gotta get first in that one for one of the challenges. Okay, what do we got? Nothing. Every turn is nothing. The director's here, but I really want some more stamina because we're like abnormally low on stamina. I don't know this event. I feel like this one has never come up for me yet. Since I've been using this card, this is nothing. Okay, wow, that's a really good event. What is this top skill? Okay, so we don't even want the top one because it gives a pace chaser skill. The bottom one just gives you a mood up and 20 energy, which is crazy. Obviously, we didn't need the mood up there, but still. Alright, so, I mean, that was really good. That makes me feel fine about pressing this, even though it's not great, just to get some friendship with the director. Alright, what do we got here? Well... both of these are very tempting to press. Yeah, I don't know. My internet is just completely dying. I don't think the stream is working at all right now. That's crazy. The game's working fine, though. I'm not really sure what's up. Because usually the game requires an internet connection. But yeah, both of these options are very... like, this one's not crazy good, but it's, like, decent, right? They're both decent. It's really hard to pick a favorite here. The thing we gotta keep in mind is, after this, we run the Arima Keenan, and then it's New Year immediately. So we're gonna get energy back, so it's probably okay to press this button. Oh, wow. We got a whole bunch of energy back, and then this training restricted, I'm pretty sure the fact that we're, like, it does nothing because we're forced to run a race this turn anyways. I didn't realize that that could even happen on turns where you have to run. So that's kind of convenient for us, I would say. And then we're running the Arima Keenan, so we're probably just going to grab, Swinging Maestro. Because it's a long race, and we're going to want to be able to survive through the race. Alright, so like I said last time, on my other run that I did this race, I got third. So we're hoping for better results. Hey, there's a first place. So that will make sure that we get enough fans. But we still need to get the Director's Friendship up to green if we want that second ultimate level up. Also, something to take into account, I forgot about it this last year, but we are trying to get a whole bunch of Gold Ship fans, right? So we should be running probably the Japan Cup. Like the Arima Keenan and the Japan Cup are really good for fans. She runs the Arima Keenan anyways, but we should... And I don't think it would have been that great last year to run it because I was kind of struggling to get our skills or our stats in order. But this next time we should probably try and run it for the fans. Now we're gonna go with energy back, which is this one. I mean, it's not great, but it's got the director on it. That might get her to green. It's gonna be really close. I think it should. Okay, and then obviously we have the raffle, which is another 20 energy back. Okay. Can we see the director? The director did not get to green yet, so we do need one more training with her. Both of these are tempting once again. I'm just not doing this one, like... Well, we're about to get inspiration for a lot more stamina. I think I press this. Okay, here's our first ultimate level up. We need to try and get a training with the director in... Okay, that's an easy pick. I was gonna say we need to get it in before April, but this will let us do it for sure. I don't know this event. I didn't know that Gold Ship had a part-time job. Where is this event? I don't even see it. Where the heck? Oh my, it's just got really windy outside. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll just go with the top one. Well, the wind feels kind of nice, but it's a little bit extreme. I don't want, hopefully it doesn't start blowing stuff around. Yeah, you gotta go with this. We need those big speed numbers. I'd say that we're pretty low on stats for this far into the career. And I haven't figured out, like, I feel like my first run I also was kind of low on stats. This is crazy. Why is everyone on guts? But I felt like on my first run of this Golshi mode, I was also low on stats. So I'm trying to figure out if Golshi mode, like, makes it harder to get stats. This is terrible. We're resting, I guess. Okay, this one's kind of awkward. Because we'd get like 3 energy out of it if we press the top option. So let's just take the bottom option. Straightaway add up's pretty decent. No one in speed or stamina. I guess it's gotta be this. Like, there's no better choice. Unless we really wanted to try and get friendship with the reporter. But all the options are bad here. At least this gets us like the 3 energy back. And we level up the wit. Okay, second inspiration. Can we get a good one? No, it's another gray inspiration. A lot of stamina though. Okay, and then here's the ultimate level up. It's just every turn is nothing, huh? Really tempted to just click wit here again. So I think I will. Also, one of the challenges is to click recreation. I'm not just gonna press it for no reason, but that is something to keep in mind. I think you have to click it like 8 times or something. It's either 6 or 8, which is not that many, but it is something to keep in mind. And I feel like, because I don't think I pressed it twice on my first run, but I had 2, I think it counts if you press rest and recreation during summer camp. But I could be mistaken about that. Anyways, do we have... I might just grab that straight away, Adept. Otherwise, I do kind of want to get Umastan. I don't know if it's Umastan. I guess it'd probably be Umastan, right? Because probably the joke is that it's a Japanese word and then you're a stan for horses. Alright. I think we should have enough stats to win these things, but we're kind of on the edge. So I gotta remember, or try and remember to run the Japan Cup. What is pressure? I feel like that came up last run that I did with Gold Ship, and I still don't know what it is. Here is Corner Adept, or Professor of Curvature, which comes from Corner Adept. So we're definitely going to be going for that as soon as possible. What is pressure? It's actually pretty good for long races. Alright, show me something good. That's not great, but I'm still going to click it. So we do get a little bit of extra out of the reporter here. And then a little bit of energy back is nice. Hydrate's not useful for us. I mean, this is kind of like the same button that I just pressed last time, which is okay, but it's competing against this, which we're probably needing a little bit more stamina, so let's do that. Okay, summer camp. So we could probably train this turn. Pretty much the same button again, so we're gonna press that. We're gonna train and then rest. Unless there's just... Oh, I didn't realize there was a race. Usually I don't make this mistake, but for some reason I did this time. I didn't look that there was a race. And now we're not gonna have energy for summer camp. That's terrible news. It was kind of unfortunate because even if I had rested, it would have been a waste of energy, right? So either way, it was bad. This should be winnable. Maybe I'll schedule the Japan Cup so I don't forget about it. I'm pretty good about remembering it, though. I don't know why I forgot the first year. Let's go schedule it. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, that's actually a lot of stamina for not having a friendship training. But I think I should just rest and recreation. Okay, so we got the wit one. I think I'm going the stamina here. That's, again, a lot of stamina for no friendship. I think I gotta take it. And then I think I just do wit here at the end. Unfortunately, it's like the one turn where there was no witch friendship, but this option doesn't actually matter. So now we're kind of in the home stretch here, where we want to get as many stats as possible, so I'm going to start off by resting. This one's better. I don't remember what they are, but... Okay, what do we got? Let's just try and pump out as much speed as we can here. Speed and power. Guess I'm doing this for the wit. Okay. I'm trying to decide, do we even have another stamina skill? We do. I don't understand when the way ahead is jammed. Usually, Gold Ship doesn't get boxed in. We don't have another option. I want to get Corner Adept, but I guess I just kind of wait right now. Wait and see if we get another stamina skill that she can use. So I think we are probably in a good enough spot at this point that we're likely going to win. But a lot of that started terribly. Did we win this race, or... I can't remember if we won that one or not. I think we did, right? We could check. Oh wait, that's not how you check. Go here. Career. Yeah, we did win it. What do we got? Ooh, big number. Alright. Maybe we can make a recovery here near the end. We gotta run the Japan Cup. But we'll still check if there's something better than the Japan Cup. I could be tempted. That's pretty good. Is it worth not running the Japan Cup, though? Probably not. We run it. Because we're really trying to just get those fans for the challenge. Wow, okay, wasn't worth it. Complete failure. Yeah, that sucks. That one race could have been 50,000 more fans. Instead, we pretty much ruined the rest of the run here. We can't even press this now because, oh my gosh. Yep. She just decided she was #1 favorite, double circles in everything, and just chose to lose the race horribly and ruin the entire run. That's crazy. To be fair, if I had clicked the speed training before that, I wouldn't have been able to do the second one anyways, but I don't know, we just lost out on like 110 speed. That's so disappointing. I didn't even make the wrong decision. I just like, I got unlucky in every single way possible there. Because we're not going to see another 70. It obviously only showed that on the one turn where we don't have enough energy for it. Which is kind of why I've started using a wit card. Because I feel like you can try and stop those situations better with a wit card that gives you extra friendship back. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. So I guess we'll finish up the run. Not gonna be very good on fans, but at least if it's a win, then we get all the money for completing goals. Oh, you just barely won that race, by the way. Actually, we'll probably still get to the 300,000 fans at least. And this is pretty okay, but it's very failable. The question really is, do I take this one, or do I wit so my next one on the final turn is 100% chance? And I think that's the smarter choice. Do we have any skills that we're still trying to get? This one's not bad. Oh, I still want that bottom skill. The Uma stand. So yeah, we should be able to at least get to the 300,000. But we could have had 50,000 more if she didn't mess it up. Alright, what do you got? Last turn. Impress me. It's not that bad. It's pretty good for the last turn. Let's get that one. Now, the one thing that I haven't quite figured out yet is at this point, when you're on the final race, is there any reason to not buy your skills right now? As far as I know, I've never seen a hint that you get after the final race. So I feel like you should be fine to buy them all right now. But I could be wrong about that. Okay, we're the 6th favorite, but yeah, we still pull out a win. We got lots of stats. This is actually, like, stat-wise, I think it's better than my last run. Even though my last run did not have nearly as many hiccups as this one. And we did get you to max friendship. Okay, so how do we end up? We didn't get 1100 speed because bad stuff happened. We did get at least if we could get all three of these to 600, then we've given ourselves at least a chance to get the one of the good 3 stars. And then can I afford this and that? Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think this gold ship is gonna be higher rated than the one I already have. But it's gonna be close. Let's find out. Yeah, slightly worse. And we didn't get it. These 2 sparks are pretty decent, plus the 3-star turf. But unfortunately, with the 1-star speed, is kind of unusable. But the URA finale is a really good spark, speed and stamina. And ramp up is just a pretty good skill for everyone except for front runners. Yeah, it was really close, but not quite. So let's go take a look at what we actually accomplished with this run. And then the other reason I'm just kind of using this card is because you do get XP for the card if it's not maxed out. The thing about the cards, if they are maxed out, it gives you support points. But it levels up the card so slowly. I kind of wish it would level it up faster and maybe like not give me the support points. Like it should take all the XP that these cards are gonna get and just give it to this one. Because the reason is that I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money. But you can see here we achieved 9 goals and got 100,000 more of the money. So we still have 1 million to obtain. But it seems like if you're winning a run with Gold Ship, and I don't know if the amount of goals that a character has matters to how much money you get at the end. But if you're winning a run as Gold Ship, you get 100,000 out of the 1.2 million. So it's going to take you about 12 runs of that to finish it. Oh, there we go. So let's take a look at, this is just a trophy that we got, right? Yeah, a reward for a trophy. But let's take a look at all the challenges that we completed with that and what challenges we made. Oh, I also did my dailies. Okay, so we won the second one of these. And again, if you're just running Gold Ship, it's part of her career, so. We won a whole bunch of G1 races. We got 560,000 fans, but we still need to get to 5.6 million fans. So that's something else. We won at this race course, at this race course, at this race course. We won a G3 race, so we need to do 2 more of those. We need to win some G2 races. We need to win more races, win more races. We did get a beneficial effect that time. So yeah, here's where we need to get 5.6 million fans, but you could do that with other characters. This one, however, you need to do with only Gold Ship. So you can see that I'm not even halfway to getting 5.6 million fans with just Gold Ship. Now, it's weird because it says obtain, but it counts the ones that you previously had before this. So they don't actually have to be obtained within this event period. And then just career goals. I don't know why it seems to be giving me 12 career goals. I guess each of the URA races must count as one. Because Gold Ship has 9 goals, right? And then you have the quarter, the semi, and the finals. So that would add up to 12. So I guess the finales count as 3. So you'll make decent progress to that. You need 300 of them though. So if you're doing 12 per run and you need 300, that's how many exactly? 20 plus 5, 25 runs. A little bit more. Like 26 runs. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind. You're gonna need to complete this many goals, so if you're not ready to do 26 runs in one day, then you should probably do a few a day. And then here, oh, you actually need 12 recreations. And then the rest of it, I think, is team trials stuff. Oh, the friendship. But you're just gonna get that along the way. And then win races at these places. I need to figure out what race is here. Because obviously that's not one that's just naturally happening for Gold Ship. But anyways, that is kind of like what we gotta do. I gotta do 10 more Gold Ship runs or something. Maybe even more to get enough fans with Gold Ship. And then kind of go from there. Once you have all the monies, then you can go back to the easier URA. I don't know if there's a benefit outside of the money to doing the Golshi week thing. So I would just focus on trying to finish the ones that you can, or like start working on the ones that are hard right now while trying to fit in the other ones that you can. Like the racing at specific places, trying to get like the G2 and G3 races, because Gold Ship doesn't appear to have any G2 or G3 races naturally. They're all G1s, so you got to try and fit some in there if you want to accomplish those challenges with Gold Ship. Otherwise, you could just use a different character that maybe already has them built in, or a character that you find more fun. I think the only unfortunate thing about this event is if you don't like Gold Ship, you're going to be forced to do a lot of Gold Ship. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will probably be doing some more Gold Ship runs just because it is Golshi week after all, and we gotta farm the challenge ourselves, so expect to see some more Gold Ship. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.